For more than 70 years after the tragic sinking of the RMS Titanic in 1912, the exact location of the ship remained one of the greatest unsolved mysteries in the world. The ship had disappeared into the freezing waters of the North Atlantic after striking an iceberg, taking more than 1,500 lives with it. Survivors could only provide rough estimates of where the disaster had occurred, and the technology of the early 20th century was not advanced enough to search the deep ocean effectively. Over the decades, many explorers and researchers attempted to find the wreck of the Titanic. However, these efforts were unsuccessful for several reasons. The ocean in that region is extremely deep, reaching depths of nearly 4,000 meters. In addition, the area where the Titanic sank is vast, making it very difficult to pinpoint the exact location of the wreck. Early search missions lacked the necessary equipment to explore such depths, and as a result, the Titanic remained hidden for generations. The breakthrough came in 1985, when a team led by the American oceanographer Robert Ballard finally succeeded in locating the wreck. Ballard had spent many years studying deep-sea exploration and developing new technologies that could be used to search the ocean floor. His mission to find the Titanic combined scientific research with advanced engineering and careful planning. One of the key innovations that made the discovery possible was the use of unmanned underwater vehicles equipped with cameras and powerful lights. These devices could travel to extreme depths where human divers could not survive. By sending these vehicles down to the ocean floor, researchers were able to capture images of areas that had never been seen before. Interestingly, Ballard's expedition was also connected to a secret mission. Before searching for the Titanic, his team was tasked with locating sunken nuclear submarines for the United States Navy. These submarines had been lost during the Cold War, and their exact locations needed to be documented. While working on this mission, Ballard developed techniques for finding wreckage on the ocean floor. He realized that instead of searching for the entire ship, it would be more effective to look for the debris field left behind when the Titanic broke apart. When a large ship sinks, pieces of it scatter across the ocean floor, creating a trail that can be detected more easily than the ship itself. This idea became the key to the success of the mission. In September 1985, after days of searching, Ballard's team finally saw something extraordinary on their screens. The cameras of their underwater vehicle captured images of man-made objects lying on the ocean floor. Among these objects were a large boiler, pieces of metal, and other recognizable parts of a ship. These discoveries confirmed that they had found the long-lost wreck of the Titanic. As the search continued, the team located the main sections of the ship. They discovered that the Titanic had split into two large pieces before reaching the ocean floor. The bow section remained relatively intact, while the stern section was heavily damaged. The two sections were separated by a large debris field containing thousands of objects from the ship. The discovery of the Titanic shocked the world. For the first time, people could see images of the actual wreck, resting deep beneath the ocean. These images provided valuable insights into what had happened during the sinking. They also confirmed that many earlier theories about the disaster were incomplete or incorrect. One of the most important findings was the condition of the ship itself. The bow section appeared to be in surprisingly good shape, with recognizable features such as railings and anchor chains still visible. In contrast, the stern section was almost completely destroyed, indicating that it had experienced extreme forces as it sank. The discovery also raised important ethical questions. Many people considered the Titanic wreck to be a grave site, as it marked the final resting place of hundreds of victims. As a result, researchers debated how the site should be treated and whether artifacts should be removed from the wreck. Despite these concerns, the discovery of the Titanic opened a new era of underwater exploration. Advances in technology allowed scientists to study the wreck in greater detail over the following years. Submersibles and remotely operated vehicles captured high-quality images and videos, helping researchers learn more about the ship and its final moments. The location of the Titanic was determined to be approximately 370 miles off the coast of Newfoundland, Canada. The wreck rests at a depth of about 3,800 meters, where the pressure is extremely high and the environment is completely dark. These conditions make exploration challenging, but they also help preserve the wreck by limiting human interference. Over time, scientists observed that the wreck was slowly deteriorating. Bacteria in the deep ocean were gradually consuming the iron structure of the ship, causing it to weaken and break apart. This process means that the Titanic will not remain intact forever, adding urgency to efforts to document and study the site. The successful discovery of the Titanic in 1985 remains one of the greatest achievements in the history of ocean exploration. It demonstrated the power of combining scientific knowledge with innovative technology to solve long-standing mysteries. Even today, the story of how the Titanic was found continues to inspire new generations of explorers and researchers. It shows that even the deepest and most remote parts of our planet can be explored with determination and creativity. More than a century after the ship sank, the Titanic continues to capture the imagination of people around the world. Its discovery in 1985 transformed it from a legend into a visible and tangible part of history. The mission led by Robert Ballard not only solved one of the greatest mysteries of the 20th century but also opened the door to future discoveries in the deep ocean. Through this achievement, the hidden story of the Titanic was finally brought back into the light.